Oh, now we all off to finishing off Phantasy Star 3 file. Hey, I still gotta get the other weapons, get the nay, stuff, all that jazz, and then we will be finally done with all of this. Is to say the very least. Okay, so it's a fetch quest. This and all of that. Now we have to head over to London real quick. Take all of this. This. Wait, gotta go through the Iridia Temple and get to London. Then okay, taking a little sec to get all that set up. And meanwhile, did finish off the Knights of Asyl. Well, that finally. Need the 300 questies. The 300 requests got finished off last night. The arena in Knights of Asyl was a little cheap at times, but they managed to get all that done. Well, let's see. Game recommend to complete pearls out of what's seeing here. Taxol Go Weevil Dealfield Chronicles, Yakuza Remaster Collection, Like a Dragon, Valkyria Chronicles for Unicorn Overlord, and Disgaea 7 have not so many infos. Which leaves Persona 3 Reload, Octopath Traveler 2, and Souls and Second Story Remake as the ones have played, got stuck at the final boss at Octopath 2, P3 Reload, and Souls and Second Story did finish Souls, and would, at the HBM pick out of this list is going to be Octopath 2. It's kind of spread out at this moment, and so far it's currently a two-horse race between Persona 3 Reload and Souls and Second Story Remake. Both are great titles. And then regardless of which option you take, it's gonna take you a minute. And it did take HBM over 100 hours to do P3 Reload. Souls and Sega Story thing was 40 some hours. Octopath 2, don't even remember how long it took that, and it can't come out of the others. Really want that national gone. They've been working games, preferably those with a more unique look. I do like the HD 2D stuff of that Octopath Traveler and the DQ3 remake had. That's pretty good. Never played it, but Cuphead's looks pretty good. Good. Of course, Persona 5. 5 is another one. Would say yeah. And really haven't done much of old type, bit of super old type on the SNES back in the day. Hey, and Simon Cogwood looks pretty damn cool. And you have a big thing for Simon Cogwood, to say the least. White Hills, where we got a head full Landon. A lot of stuff, haven't played. DQ8's another great one. Fun. Funniest games, most of these haven't even played. Have done a bit of South Park Stick of Truth and got stuck. I got another thing. Several Congress getting mentioned here again, and yeah, totally worth this Pulse too. I mean, with several Congress pretty much any time, Katsuwaki's packages. Katsuwaki's the bro. No. So, haven't had a Seven Conqueror title in a while. When it comes to fighting, do think of Neptunia a bit with the fourth wall breaking. Haven't played enough of this guy to really say. There's a lot of stuff don't even play, like GTA. Did briefly play Deadpool. And those Metal Gear Solid 2. What? Heal? Each one and beautiful way with, and this is another one. And then Soul Soft with someone on what's happy about AC Shells getting finished after 60 hours. Have the Tommy. He never played. A DQ11 didn't see that. Since DQ11 did go on a little longer than expected. Go for Ragnarok, haven't played it, probably won't. All Death Strings, not interested in those. Those Ghosts of Tsushima have, but never saw that one. Persona 5. Yes. There's Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. Never saw it in Yakuza's. I have another one saying, and they didn't necessarily want P5 to be oval, but the palaces and Persona 5 could boost the trending down. Can totally get where they'll come from on that. Because I've done 2 full plays of vanilla Persona 5 back in 2017, 2018. Over 250 hours. Get well. This full soul's coming for them. Scarlet Nexus is still second one. And they just gone be too long for what it was. Different interactions for the second one were cool. But the comeback out old. Well, do have Scarlet Nexus. Haven't saw it that, so. The next Full Souls is mentioning Manifold being the most recent, except for them. Yeah, to a degree, yeah. Get where they're coming from. Yeah, going for the plat. Going for the DQ11 plat. Yeah, that takes a man to do, to say the least. Because they do the DQ11 plat not once, but twice, both vanilla and S on DQ11. Can't comment on Elden Ring. Can't comment on OE7 or FF7 Rebirth. Bills. At least from what I've heard, FF7, from what I've heard and read, FF7 Rebirth is long. Another one mentioning AC Shells, and the next Full Souls mentioning both Rebirth and FF16. Next one, recent memory for this one, DQ11 and Vanilla Persona 5, but strangely enough, not P5 Royal. That's odd. Now they also toss in Soulfield. They'll not guess they also say it's welcome. it's a bad game. That's the Postal Swirl cell, not HPM. Him. Okay. Next one has Death Rain, Lego Batman 3, and they just have Assassin's Creed, don't know which one. Maybe it's the first one, maybe it's the whole series. Don't know. And with the next ones, Persona 5 and Ritual 3, this post on Persona 5 and Ritual 3, they just dragged on for 30 hours after they should have finished. And then let's go in and do that one. Next also has Red Dead 2. They achieved their goal, saving up for dual customer photos, 1 gold, 1 silver, and then they gave up on Chapter 3. The scene Red Dead is like a Western version of GTA. Okay. Next one, recently for this also has DK Bonanza. And they recently finished a Mega Man, one of the NES Mega Mans. I also got it. And next one's Diablo 4. And then the next one here, recently is for this one, FF16. And from what I've seen for other people too, for what I've read, FF16 does take a nosedive hole about halfway through the second act. And got nowhere near Act 2. Because on FF16 was put to sleep. I think the prologue. I think it was early Act 1. And the next one is taking FF7 Rebirth. Well, they going that this one feels like Rebirth was horribly padded out with the most unfun bullshit. They just wanted the bathing suits for the gals so they can continue the story. And instead of having Paul segues, they start going out those stupid stuff. That's not what this Pulsar wanted. Next one is pretty much any open world game for this one. Continuing on, a big fault with gaming today is they just don't know how to end their game. They would rather have a $50, $60 game that lasts 12 to 20 hours than 100-hour open world. And the 12-hour game is good, they'll replay it. Probably never replayed the 100-hour game. That's with that pulse though. Which everyone has their preferences. Next one's they haven't had an issue. Next one is how they felt about Tales of Arise, which they put like 45 minutes on that and just never went back. And we'll be willing to give we'll be a bit willing to give Tales of Arise another shot at some point. And coming back to this also on Tales of Arise. This is the Postal's only Tale style they did enjoy. They loved the first half. They did get the plot. But the last few hours will drag it on. They were thinking like, okay, wrap up, this is getting ridiculous. They add on a little extra stuff. It's just how they feel about JRPGs for the most part. They love Legend of Legaia. Which they are like, seems Royal Dragon, but because Legend of Legaia was so enjoyable the entire time, it didn't feel like Dragon for the Pulse though. And then the next one. They enjoy FF16, but the Pulse felt like 16 overstayed its welcome a bit. And they skipped side quests near the end because they just wanted to finish, which I'll see it, fair point. And then, of course, we have a little reaction pulse here to the last pulse of our FF16. And the reaction pulses, they think like what the teenage version of this also were dream to play. And I mean, with they go about the icon battle cinematics. What have been the kind of stuff teens at the 90s and 2000s fantasize about, which were the game being having an interesting plot and some good writing. In a lot of ways, 16 was like the pinnacle of what 90s JRPGs fans dreamed. But then Hellfield personally was put asleep by the plot and the writing. Which didn't get very far in 16, but did see the Phoenix and Garuda icon fights. Sick shit, straight up. Yeah. Next one is let's go. They're saying they don't get like this. If they wanted there'll be a game they would just stop playing early on or just stop the journal. Otherwise, if they were invested and enjoying themselves, never want them to end. But they got it at some point. Totally get where they were coming from on that. Alright? And on that. Then we have another reaction pulse about the previous pulse stopping early or if they were invested. The reaction pulse, the pulse reaction is with this. They tried their hardest to try finishing a game they stole. Very rarely will they flush a game down the toilet after a significant time investment. But even with games they do like, they can drag off noticeable panic to fail out the one time. And those shamers recognize that. Yeah. Yes, with how happened to be personally there's something and do wind up not liking after, say, they like a few hours, that's when you're gonna kick it. Hey. And that's, of course, a sample seal for each meal will be like Horizon Zero Dawn, gave it a shot, got bored after 2 hours, sold it. And the most recent case can remember as FF16 and was just bold to death on FF16. I wound up kicking FF16 out of space. Hey, that's how well that went. And the next title game is just another Tales of Arise. And they touch on the story being way past its relevancy. Hey. Then of course there was a. Now we have another reaction post here about a final post about like the FF16 what 90s 2000s RPGs were won. Well, with this post, so they didn't want that. That's why they enjoyed the 90s FF games way more than the modern FF. And absolutely get well this proposal's coming from, because honestly have gotten to that point as well personally on modern FF. But it's not so much the gameplay's fault per se. Hey, I did find FF16's combat passable, but do feel like 16's combat could have been a lot better personally. And then like the action aspect. But do feel like 16 could have used a party system. That would have been nice. I still have the story be about life. Totally do think. And then with all the icons, do feel like they should have had elemental and all stash touch. Now, which of course didn't play much, but going off memory, which only had Ifrit, only did the Ifrit and Garuda fights on 16. And like have certainly like Ifrit being like fire element with like a burn touch. Garuda could have been like say red element. And so on. I mean, Titan could have been like earth element. Owen could have been like darkness element with maybe a death touch, perhaps. But Bahamut would have been non-elemental to keep series tradition of Bahamut being traditionally non-elemental. Ow. And then another reaction. They lose Sean, lost Mew. Nice little ambush with National Cell Bath. And a little reaction also on DK Vanessa, which someone just finished and they agree with that. Another one taken Red Dead 2, which they feel like Red Dead 2 could have had maybe half the story. They felt like Like, Red Dead 2 had too many boring missions. But they did like the open world stuff, though. Oh, Maury haven't played that. Someone else has two, one being Red Dead 2, with the John section was way too long. The other title was Hollow Knight, which at this point, only they're 15 hours in and they may drop Hollow Knight. And then have one of the mods here, which they enjoyed FF16 as well, but the last 25% of the game felt like active slog battle. Okay, we needed a clock and not Draconian. Oh yeah? Oh yeah? One with AC fall home, huh? Okay. The next one has the food, Tales of Symphonia and Vesperia with Okami, Metal Gear Solid 5, and every Yakuza title after 3. And they feel like if the game's over 40 hours long, you're lucky if it's consistently good all the way through. The next one has the Silent Hill 2 remake, which they felt the Silent Hill 2 remake great, but they padded out whale sections and have someone else that felt like DK Bonanza was too long. Next one's got Persona 3 Reload, Persona 5, and SMT 5. Ivan also feels like P3 Reload, P5, and SMT 5 well out there welcome before the end. And they have forced themselves to finish P3 all and P5, and they gave up on SMT 5. And they were just realizing those games all SMT just all fell. Hell. And SMT 5 haven't played, have finished both P3 Reload and Persona 5. Will say yes, do get where the Pulso's coming from on that. Next one feels like Tales of Hawaii should have shaved off like 10 plus, about 10 hours off. Another reaction, which back to the thing with FF, but it's not 16 on this time. I'm like wanting to see Bahamut in his full force battling out with, like, say, Ifril or Leviathan. That's what the OG devs of FF7 gave the 15-second summon animations for a single Bahamut summon. They knew what everyone wanted to see, but they just didn't have the tech at the time, with OG FF7 coming originally on the PS1 back in the day, which Okay, it's been ages since I've done FF7, but with OG FF7, do remember definitely Knights of the Round. That summoning sequence takes fucking full ever. No. Especially if you have a Mori summon. Next one, they did not like Stellar Blade. Next one, the Resident Evil Revelations 1, scoring a solo train on Gold Ship without Gluttony 5 is pretty old. Another one, you have 2 EC Valhalla. And then, now, reaction to the FF7 summon, which they fulfilled the 15-second summon animation with the skip button. And think they come from the White Moon 1, do you think? And let's see. When we're on quality, yeah, well, yeah. Yeah, don't know why you're hanging too white so full. Goes one saying Persona 5 should have ended about 20 hours earlier than it did. Yeah. Yeah. Do you agree on that? And then heal with this also. Another one mentioning FF16. They just couldn't finish FF16 and they'll probably never touch it. And they think they'll done on game mainline FFs as without checking them out first. And then right after that is a reaction. And like what the reaction poll, so they felt like 16 was good up till tying, and then it just fell apart, which I have seen people mention that quite a bit on FF16. Well, 16 just falls apart after tying. Next one, next also they liked Days Gone, but there was a point, well, they thought it was saying only for another title story section coming up out of nowhere. Yeah, dude, another reaction poll, so I mean, yeah. Games campaign and stuff, but the reaction is if the game's good, they don't get bored. They're the same on movies too. And do you feel like that? Right? I mean, as long as you're having a good time, that's what matters. Next one is Spider-Man 1. On the next one is every Tale style. Well, Pulsar can't think of any other franchise. Well, they technically enjoy the games a lot to a point, and then it feels like the games never end. They go on and on in a way that just doesn't feel right. And they feel like one of the reasons is just how much everything feels like the same. Even haven't done enough Tales to know. And this I suppose they tried some JRPG demos. You feel too much time and money spent on storytelling like that games that have good gameplay and replayability while respecting players' times. And they feel like New Game Plus isn't it. It just didn't go full enough over. They do go on a little more. Oh, and they don't blame most people that rather play stuff like sports or fighting games, or even multiplayer shields and multiplayer bots, because at least those almost don't require dozens of hours to feel like someone's accomplishing something, and their quote-unquote story modes can be ignored. Although they do mention Street Fighter 6, that they really played for the sandbox and challenge, an important challenge. But on the other side, the World Tour mode should have had enemy level scaling, think. And then with this one, the first one's Valkyria Chronicles 4, which they got so bold at the end, just follow the guy step by step for the last 6 soul missions. And also, they feel like Valkyria Chronicles 4 got cheap paid for online games that they've ever played. It's the second one's Persona 5, which they were done with vanilla P5, and they hadn't played War. Recently, for this one's DK Bonanza, 2, as a matter of fact, back to back. Okay, another one for Persona 5. And this is the first time seeing ukulele and Sea of Stars. And we have another mod. Give it a recent take. And tell this is always gonna be an unpopular take, but for this one, but Expedition 33's a recent example here, mainly because they did all the post in-game stuff in Act 3. General, they feel like the twist at the end of Act 2 just killed the momentum. And then, personally, of course, at this moment, Expedition 33 is a work in progress. And personally don't know if it's gonna be me going on or not. Thankfully, no spoilers. And then with this one, which gained out towards the end, and also he'll tried playing Red Dead 2 5 times. The game intro for them is just that such a royal slog, it drags and kills all momentum for him. Everything else is a cutscene. Yeah, it wasn't much though at the end. Okay. we will be like, I'm gonna equip that. Yeah, that's what I win. Like, that takes care of all of that. Oh yeah, just two of these guys, no biggie. No, well, yeah, but it's done to me, and have a thankful, unpopular takes, which do like some unpopular takes, alright. Right. Do one more try was well, okay. Hey. Hey, starting off with some more unpopular takes. It's a food heal. You know, they don't get Pokemon's appeal. Due to is at best a decent expansion pack. They'll take great tool for anything that came after. You know, they're a big circle for the Nintendo Wii. Which they feel like Nintendo peaked at the Wii. The best GTA is full to them. So we still need to have good wine to be enjoyable. They don't kill for Dark Souls, which will say yes to that, kids. They give Dark Souls a bit of a shot. Like, nope. Sonic Heroes is at best mid. And then this one has, next boss has 3. One, the warrior is overweight due to the lazy or difficult aspects that most love to potentiate. Because they either guess they exploit, cheat, mod, or simply lie about it being too easy. Or too easy. Game was more fun before they found too much of the quote-unquote difficult aspects. Second of all, another unpopular Dark Souls take heal. You know that this one feels like the Dark Souls as a series, and other similar titles which they include stuff like Sekiro, Bloodborne, that ilk, and stuff, of following the same category where people like it because it's quote-unquote difficult, but feels like they use it as a crutch. Okay, let's get more healing going. We're really gonna need. And then this, build the last one on is a bit of a bold, yes, a bit of a bold degree heal for HBN, you know. FF7 is extremely overrated, especially back in the day. Released at a perfect time, and when the series went from Nintendo to a whole generation's first RPG talking PS1. They also saw too many people praising FF7, even if they never played it due to how popular FF7 was. They felt it was like the first echelon. Overall, with that, well, agree with it. Okay. Not saying OG FF7's back, which is not. OG FF7's good. Also well-defended FF7 when it comes to legacy. Hey, and all of that. And that's how do you feel personally, is that do you feel like OGFF7 does deserve people's respect for what it did for JRPGs back in '97? Very big deal back then. But yes, do find FF7 very overweight. Hey. Then with this one, all games should have an easy difficulty level. Okay, that's fail. Second one. All multiplayer games should implement bots for single player game. That's an agree. Especially when the multiplayer, especially when online multiplayer gets shut down. Many things people like now in nostalgia, they will be screaming blame Merle if they were made now. Yeah, don't care about lost controls. And despite its reigning popularity, Minecraft's still one of the best games ever, especially when it comes to the modding community. Can't argue that. Well, next one is Starfield doesn't deserve the hate. It's pretty good. People had unrealistic expectations. And no, this one's got quite a bit. This pulse is beefy. So let's break it down a bit. One, always online DOM is anti-consumer. Okay, not only digital games is anti-consumer, which, 3, having a link your Steam account to another account is a lot of anti-consumer stuff. Movie, Phil Pilsen over the show games are overrated. Free-to-play battle passes, and this one is all about anti-consumer. Expensive $60, $90 multiplayer games with boring Warzone. Also boring, uninspired gameplay is trash. Pre-ordering is a scam, especially when the game sucks. Totally get that. Self-services on a scam. Pay online scam. Damn. I'm just gonna cut through some of this. Expensive $70 single player games. Damn, okay. E3 is boring and disappointing. Any games are legitimately better than AAA games? That one happened to be next on. But do lean at the any games are legitimately better than AAA games. Happen to be neutral to a happen to lean towards neutral to a soft degree on. Because personally, don't really tell for AAA games, modern AAA stuff. And indie games are pretty cool. They feel like remakes are unoriginal and uninspired that shouldn't cost so much. Oh, I didn't mean to walk into a hospital, but might as well. Okay, we can power level a little. Mobs, things to do. Minecraft made Minecraft better. Only thing they made was the risk of getting the Java edition, which has got okay. Hey, so it's not really much. Let's see. Hey, this one has some beef. Beef, to say the least. So okay, whole games should be sold only digitally, and since within a month all copies have been sold yet. Have seen that locally. Happens every year. Second poll. A pound so about $1 each. Montreal save the recycling. Yes, both games are ass. Sonic after the Genesis Hotel Ball and overrated. And next on the Sonic take. And I do feel like Sonic is a bit overweight. EA and Ubi Connect hacked all available services and launchers yet. The new one, the dog was terrible. South Park Snow Day, they want to use as toilet people. The next one definitely see as a hot pick. Hey, which is they find Souls games oh crap because they don't have a story. I know a lot of people won't like that take. personally don't care. Well, Fortnite's way overrated. Well, personally calling Fortnite being super overrated is being really, really nice, to say the least. Because personally find Fortnite to be the complete shit. So it's way overrated and paid with Modern Warfare for 360. Hey? Mobile gaming's not gaming, it's desperation. Should reach PC system requirements or start making games for tails. PC are the master race. Followed by the next person saying that mobile gamers or gamers. Else? This one's interesting. Classic arcade games or better than modern games? That's the person's preference, and they do see that. Hey, want this to be particular real quick. Nick? Okay, with this one which can go on for a bit. Now goes this take here is older games are better than the newer ones. New ones are usually terribly optimized and have to rely on garbage like DLSS, FSO, and also the game itself. Like, and they use recent card games as an example of copy paste. This take could go on about for a bit. Although games are better than newer ones, happen to be next on that. And yes, they grow up on the old stuff from back in the 90s. And pretty much saying all those games are better than newer ones? Not necessarily. Hey. Is coming from someone here who did grow up on the old stuff of some of the newer games? Kick ass! Recent examples can be used on like Manifold Revantation and Stellar Blade. Meanwhile, on series like say FF, definitely prefer the old FF. In general, at least up to 10. And after mainline FF, after 10, do feel like okay. I do feel like FF after 10 has personally been more of a crapshoot. And it's coming from personal experience. It's at least since what I use as the case, after 10, which can stick with the mainline FFs, FF11, as well as 14, no interest. This gets through MMOs. FF12 will openly admit did not give FF12 a fair shake back in the day, which only spent like 45 minutes still. Didn't even bother. Oh, FF13, which know a lot of people, and this is also an HBM hot take here. FF13, a lot of people don't like or hate, but personally speaking, they did find FF13 pretty enjoyable, despite the flaws. Pause. 15 haven't touched. 16, no. No. Oh, I just really don't feel like being that dead horse on FF13 and 16. And the also who mentioned the old games being built. Yeah, the one that mentioned the old arcade games are built the modern games. They have a second one. They have a second take too. Which is they love pinball. Oh, never the only pinball title ever played was the Sonic one on the Genesis. All games relied on creativity, charm, and gameplay. All agree there. And the next one is going on about MMOs, which personally don't give a rat's ass. Okay, no game mode subcultures become pearl and distill cringe, gatekeeping, oh yeah, don't like gatekeeping. Now for and gonna have back-to-back GTA takes, from two different proposals. Oh, also GTA take 1, on which this proposal, it's going about GTA titles have at best mediocre gameplay. Often with terrible shooting and driving controls, and 90% of the reason they are so successful because they appeal to the teenage, quote-unquote, wanna be a gangsta crowd, and look nice because of the giant budget, which GTA does have a pretty massive budget though. And then another Asphalt Postal 2, and they'll take. And GTA is nothing but social engineering. Okay. And then for the second one, going back to the GTA social engineering thing, which all the stuff that they'll play out in the 90s, but for some reason, GTA insists on selling a culture that died out 20 years ago. Now, don't even get this also stolen on GTA criminalizing sociopaths. That's and going back to this, there was good reason why you have this no play command, and which does include GTA and Fortnite. Hands down. Okay, it was Sean that got poisoned, which did remember someone got poisoned. Okay, we don't have any rain, so we'll have to burn up MP. Now we can get some. Okay, yeah, we'll get that. For a little, they have to consider what the gamers had way back in the day, like what this postal's going on, which they'll coming on all the GTA talk. Alright, we have to consider gamers in the late 70s didn't have violent games, and let's see. And that was a tile. Just can't remember. And that was the title I was trying to think of in the old case. Back in the day was trying to think of Death Race back in the 70s. I mean, there really wasn't violent games back in the late 70s, which they barely had games, period. And the games back then were a little more the phone given in limitations at the time. Also, for a little extra context with the gaming scene back in the late 70s, we have to consider we have Atari, which the Atari 2600 launched way back in 1977, and it had violent and pool games even back then. And just mentioned Death Race, which came out way back in 1976. So that's going to be between 50 and 2026. Yes. And for a little extra context here with Death Race here, well, in Death Race phase, you're allowed to vulnerable pedestrians. And the graphics were really primitive back then. I mean, yeah, Death Race phase now is pretty tame. But back then in the late 70s, it was a big deal. Also, it wasn't pedestrians, but gremlins. Game also the impressed group today. Everyone's still good in health. Let's see what. Girls definitely know about some of the controversial games throughout history. Hey. Hopeful gaming shows a glorified addiction in material and railrails. Well, does have a point. Also does have a point, though. Hell with. And yeah, I mean, there was some gaming addicts out there that have just stupidly owned once. Not gonna go Phil. We're finally starting to see some awful takes. Okay. Ready? But this one, they find Last of Us God of War and Horizon Zero Dawn boring, which that's what personally happened with Horizon Zero Dawn. Just got bored after 2 hours. Okay, done with that one. See what else can hopefully try to find. Let's see what I can find here. Okay, Lineal should not be a dirty world of gaming anymore. No, of course. Yeah, devs have a way to deliver memorable set pieces, which do get well done coming from. Open world game should be one of the main selling points. Avatar customization has gone too far. Hey. And they love Halo 4. Oh, Halo Reach's story makes no sense. Do you go silly slow or eternally? Me? And then with this one, they find Fire Emblem 3 Houses as the best Fire Emblem. And people don't like it because they haven't played it and all played by nostalgia and have never played Fire Emblem, so yeah. Yeah. Personally, don't think I need a crap ton of grinding, but some at least. And with this next post, PC gaming's inferior to console gaming, and they like to know that their game will work, not hope it does. Oh wait, okay, let's see. The mobile battle royale games are terrible universally. Personally, I have no interest in those. Else the... And this is from early 2021, by the way. Mobile battle royale games are terrible. They've found the Uncharted games middling action games. They did not like the FF7 remake. All you play is phone-app games, you're not a gamer. No, and they go about difficulty, but Sea of Thieves has the Sega World's community in gaming. Nintendo's just as bad of a company as EA, but in different ways. Yeah, I can see that. Soft agree. Me, do think Sega should make a console again. Don't know. Then with the next two, with the last two from this so the indie game sees just as liable as spread out bad games as AAA studios. Yeah. This one is definitely a take. Hey, this proposal fights The Last of Us 2 not as a game of a year, not as a game of the year, but in fact one of the worst games of the year. And the next one, which comes from mid-2020, okay, this also has Assassin's Creed is the last quote-unquote good game of this series, and the later games have lost our identity becoming generic action RPG. Also, they feel like Uri has by far the best protocol system. The second one, they'll second take is Dragon Age 2 is spelled in precision. That's a take. They feel like the last one is they feel like Civ 6 is spelled to Civ 5 if you consider all the expansions. Okay, we really need to get Mew up and cooking again. And don't feel like that's enough. There we go. This take coming from 2021. This also has gacha games can be fun as long as the rewards are worth it, and they feel like mobile games have a lot of potential to not be major scams. This Full Soul feels like Far Cry 2's boring. Ooh, Team Fortress 2 spelled at Overwatch. Dark hell. Okay. And then just checking out a little something and this one has a food coming from 2021. Take one. Story is spelled in all. Hold the ass on that because story's one of the main things to look for. Take two with this one. Minecraft isn't such a great game as many people defend. 3. GTA's bad. Yes. They don't like shooters in general, which personally feel the same. Yes, personally don't like 99% of shooters. On shooters just never got anyone, with a few exceptions. And though last Vegas strategy games can be good but may become repetitive, which, yeah, they can be. Okay, this also does not like turn-based at all. They don't kill for MMORPGs because they can't cheat. So let's see. Hey, with this take 4K gaming and beyond is the fastest gaming in the one direction. They do like graphics, but when all publishers are pushing out going polished titles that don't innovate beyond on existing systems from a myriad of other games, everything becomes formulaic and bulk. Yeah. I personally do like graphics picks, but it's not the end-all be-all when we have reaction like, hey, they'll open, they want my VO MMO. So let's see. Don't know how many more we're gonna see. Yeah, I know when it's poison. No one needs healed yet. So just gonna see what happens. It's okay with this one has 0.1. But with this full stop, well, they feel like WoW sucks, but the only reason it's still the most popular MMO is because of its full-like fan base. Take 2. This is one you don't see that often, which is they feel like FF15 was the best FF. That's something you don't see too often. Point 3. Staying with FF15, Darkness and Luna had no chemistry and their relationship in the game feels false. The film take with FF15, but this should have been 10 period. 4. EA ruined The Sims. 5. Among Us was the best 2020 game. And then 6 and final take, Monster Horror World was not that good. Okay, and now we have a reaction post. So, okay, we have a person reacting to the above post here. On WoW, there yes. Then FF15 being the best FF? They don't know. No. And then on the above postal Sims take, the reaction is EA ruins everything with microtransactions. With the Among Us best game take, the reaction is no, but good game. And then the reaction post doesn't like Monster World either, so and I guess Among Us was 2018, which don't know. Okay, this take does make HBM here a little happy. A Luigi is failed a Mario, and that's no knock on Mario, but Luigi needs more love, damn it. Probably of new games inside his lowest point yet. Yeah, well, some good ones every year. But AAA companies do release some of the same BS every year. Yeah, the gaming industry is ran by businessmen. Yeah. Can't help that one, but yes. And that's why, over the last several years, have looked around for these small developers to try to find something good. Good. Oh yeah, that's why I'm still seeing Crosscode getting mentioned, which have briefly played Crosscode. Oh, Crosscode ain't bad. And wish there's been a few else that were Crosscode. Another unpopular take. With this one, take one, the new Pokemon games so far, despite the handling mechanics, two, Cyberpunk 2077, Cyberpunk's a solid game when it doesn't want to kill their system, and they're not going to defend CPO and their business practices, though. You know? If they'll build a final one, they'll build the final unpopular take is ME Mass Effect Andromeda has some great ideas that won't fully explode. Yeah, trying to find something. Of course, can't stand loot boxes. Is other on paid DLCs is happen to be a fine with to a degree. Is what this proposal's going about. I mean, paid DLCs are fine. They use the samples like a new home in Crossgold or any from Fallout New Vegas or will the money. And probably more. I mean, paid DLC in that context is cool with HBM. But there is a second pole though. The second pole is the problem with is when the DLCs release soon after the release or day one. Not cool. So, well, feel like with the devs, I do know they try their best to release as complete of a game as they can. So we'll give the devs some slack on that. Alright. Oh, whoops. Put that word on liar, not kill. Right? And then with this take, and with this pulse take, they find GTA Vice City better than GTA San Andreas, which they got a lot of hate for that. Alright. Personally, don't give a ass. And then for the second poll, which again, don't give a ass, but the second take is that they found CS Counter-Strike Gold Belt and Counter-Strike Source. This unpopular take, they feel like Bad Company, one or two of the two best FPS games ever, and the other Battlefields can't compare. Well, this one can't stand PvP, which, oh yeah. Trying to kill something else is really sticking. Talking about PvP, which I have no interest in. That, okay. Yeah, that's still not seeing, yeah, I mean, personally not sure if this is unpopular or an unpopular take or not. And to be honest, don't care. But this take here is The Last of Us 2 was perfect. Right then, come in here, lock things up. Yeah, it's kind of safe to say we have a lot of money. Money, so... Okay. Hey, so now let's get crack-a-lackin'. And then now let's get to the... now let's finish this off. Okay, there's our strip. Okay, back to some cross-code talk, which quite avoid stuff though. This take heals the 2019 installment of COD Modern Warfare, arguably raised the bar for FPS reload animations. That's how I feel about that. Alright. Okay, with this take heal with Monster Horror Race of Ruin. And on this one, okay, with this Monster Horror Race of Ruin, it was a dumpster fire for man, still getting the Pulse Award. They loved the first game. Second one, it reminded the Pulse of why they started playing Capcom games. Good idea, but they fucked it up. And this bullshit shows why I do like these unpopular takes. Because some of these unpopular takes, kind of out there a little bit. Like this one right here. Pulsar Hill feels like up to this point, 2020, that they feel like Dark Souls 2 is the best Soulsborne game. And they'll gotta throw some extra stuff in just for good measure. The second one. They admit Blood Bowl's good, but highly overrated. And they like good graphics. They like Dark Souls 3 more, and then there's gonna be Elden Rings or whatever it's called. Which, oh no, how they feel about Elden Ring. Yes, the Pulse was 2020, do you mind? Fine. Ooh, okay, yeah, now it's gonna get spicier. I mean, with this Pulse, feels like Dark Souls is overrated and super easy. The only game worth its price in that genre is Bloodborne. Oh. And same with the Soulsborne takes. Here's another one from someone. Dark Souls is trash, slow, boring, and clunky. Wish a lot of people were fine on that one. And we'll kind of fine on this one. They also didn't like Persona 3 much, too repetitive. Yeah. Okay, let's see what else can find. Of course, a lot of people don't like microtransactions in those games. Can't stand them personally. Hey. 2 dice there, maybe could grab all. Yeah, maybe he's hogging all the dice. You know what? Could just have Sean do the healing. Think. And then we'll stand by this take too. Ooh, it's like this one. In people calling FF7 overrated. It will get a whole yes to from HP no matter what. Okay, that's something I'm familiar with. Cape Memorial 64's better than Bouncing Eel Gold. Don't know that one. Well, okay. Yeah, let's just check out some other takes like it just wasn't doing anything. Here you go, Whisk Killer at 92 health. For now. Since we haven't gone to Ruler Kill yet. But it was a who on this on these takes takes this one fulfilled tag tournament 2. Fitting meets you for the adults. Including Tekken 7's Kunimitsu. Second one. Need for Speed Underground 2 was possibly one of the best Need for Speed games to be released. Also, possibly the best soundtrack. Period. Yeah. And then there's Cloud. And still wish they forget the name of it, just like Tifa. May possibly be super overweight, may possibly have to stop showing up on their ads. But they also love Epic. And yeah, publishers come on to games where there were no DLCs. With DLCs, these became a thing. The publishers started releasing more and more buggy games. To a degree, yeah. Well, we'll defend this to a point on that. Okay. Hey. Well, let's see. Well, let's see what else can find on the unpopular stuff. Okay. Let's see. Consoles not better than PC and vice versa. So as long as you're gaming and you're having fun, yeah. Not the one we're playing on easy mode. Which that's understandable. Sports games need to go back to having offline career modes. Battlefield's better than Call of Duty. Halo 3 was nowhere as good as Halo 2. Yeah, but this one's a bit of a mixed bag. Both game reviews almost always warm. But the only way to know if a game's good or not is play it for yourself. Yeah. Oh, yes. Yes. Yes, I've been with this. Only way I know if a game's good or not is play for yourself. Personally, that's why I don't really buy into new skulls that much. I mean, do put a little stock in quick skulls. Well, do put a little stock in quick and little skulls personally. But the best way to find out is play for yourself. Elfin. What can I use as an sample is FF16 and Soldier 5. Which a lot of people enjoyed FF16, and a lot of people didn't care for Soldier 5. I've been with the skulls. Those FF16s in the A's, mid to high A's. Meanwhile, Soldier 5's in the 55 to 60 skull range. And the base on that, you would think will probably enjoy FF16, but not Soldier 5. White Wolf. HBM Hill did like Soldier 5, but no to FF16. So, Mortal Kombat, the Sega Genesis is the best game ever? Really, huh? Okay. Oh yeah, for why on that one? And then with this pulse, we're gonna like okay with this one. With the OG take, they couldn't get into Ritual 3. And then with with the food reactions, it's the first reaction is they'll Bluffo loves open world RPGs, and it took him 5 tries to get into Ritual 3. Which the Bluffo beat Ritual 3. Guess Ritual 3 is a slow burn. And personally, that's kind of like how they did with FF16, but I have no desire and I'm not gonna go in with partial health. See, kill us 1 point short, that's good enough. Close enough. And then second reaction, and the second pulsar, they're the same as the first pulsar splitter. And yeah, not everything needs to be an empty, open world, void world. Why are the money there? Just gonna fly a swing this one time. Let's see what really kill does. Us expected to sue who okay swung, but took off half of Wyatt's health. That hurt. Okay. Single little games about depends on what you're looking for. This unpopular take, they find FF8 as great. Those who don't like it, either A, didn't get the junction system, or B, just didn't look close enough. Oh. Don't know. Yeah. Okay. Hopefully can bring Killer back. Well, the kills only use the physicals so far. And we're not going to get much off Killer, but hey, about 15 will take it. About 215 attack hits, that's fine. And yeah, Lyafel needs some assistance. All games should be on all consoles. Yeah, that's a soft no. FF13 was a top game, story was good, as well as the gameplay. Okay, we'll say yes to that. Alright. Although 13 does have problems, gameplay's more important than the story, no. Open worlds are good. They prefer big maps you can complete, like Mass Effect or Dragon Age. Uncharted games are boring, don't know. All the consoles are equal to each other in their own unique way. Hey, yeah. Okay. Won't need that. Okay, well, home stretch for the last time. So in we go. Now, Pokemon games are boring and one of the milking cows of Nintendo. Platform assistance should insist. FF should never change his fighting style. Well, to a degree, yeah, kind of. So there's a bit of a soft yes. 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 Playing almost the best depends on preference. This, oh, that's might as well grab that, even though, yeah, don't need that. Okay. Now with this take, oops, Sheffield. Field? Oops. Oops. Okay. Again, hopefully try to bring back Sean. But with this pulse, it's not they'll take. But they found someone on YouTube who likes Leah from the GTA games. Okay, that should be enough to keep Sean in. Oh man, he survived that fight. Barely. And now just gonna be swinging. And all games should be played offline. Hell yeah. Games shouldn't have DLCs. All soundable. Bam, and bam, and yeah, just using bam. Yeah, safety trials from you. Okay. Hey. Then the FF7 remakes overweighted. And Fallout New Vegas overweighted Fallout Full Spell. The playing games on easy's fine. Gaming should be relaxed and fun and not stressful. All soundable. No, Sean should have enough juice, but okay. Hey. Yeah, not every game you play when you were 12 deserves a remake. Do feel that. Yeah, each junction draw system isn't bad, just very different from the other systems FF has used. Okay, we're good there for now, so... Alright, fuck. Took the long way. Man, Mass Effect 2's worse than 3. Okay. The title's held in too much esteem. Breath of the Wild was good, not great. Okay. Okay, FF is terrible. They've tried so many, they just can't do it. Well, if something doesn't stick, well, so be it. And then we have someone here who doesn't like OG Resident Evil 4. There was no PC Master Race. Ace. Guess you go this to me, old spelled and digital. Fuck yeah. Damn, the Mega Drive was spelled at the Genesis? Is? The Mega Drive was spelled at Nintendo. That was a oopsie. Yeah, this one is... do like this one. Do like this take. With this full soul. Elder Ring is overrated, and it's not because the full soul has a quote-unquote skill issue. Hell yeah, the illness real gaming. And what they mean is, games are released unfinished, have to update them. Dev sleep stuff for DLC. All of that jazz. As okay. Any coming on? Okay, well, almost done. On. We're almost the dog full seal. Hopefully shouldn't have more than hopefully a file two. Too bad Liar didn't go before that whistled. And that was why. I am gonna be feeling a little feisty here. Okay. Oh boy. Okay. I know we have dice. Well, the final showed that goddamn fight. And everybody was at full health too, so this sucks. Let's get ready to take on Dogfuls. Okay. Hey. Hey. There we go, Taylor. That's what we want to see. Okay. Now we need one more diamond. Okay. Ah, damn it. One person. Waiting. Use the diamond on herself win. Okay, now it is officially time to finish our Phantasy Star 3. Hey? Hey? Okay. Yeah, trying to take out that left hand first, as that's the gyrus hand. And the killer will get that white hand stored at least. Wait, now we can just... Let's get going. Yeah, I was talking to the main boy. Yeah, that was kinda not good. And now I'm gonna get this healing going. Make sure the guys are going after that white hand. Okay, now we got Sean out of the grave. And the Sue was why. And you can get everyone besides Sean out of the grave. But Sean ain't totally safe yet, and neither was killed. So we will just hope Miu or Liar goes first. And Miu goes, so everyone's safe. For now. Yeah, everyone's definitely good for now. Well. This is a little rough. Sean and Lyle in Diesel. Whitehead ain't done yet. Not quite. And let's have Sean with a security heal to help Mew and Laya. Okay, everyone besides maybe Laya will save. Eve. Okay, yeah, it's better than nothing. Think. Finally, a Dark Force uses a physical. Okay, now Sean can go back to swing. In. You have to keep pounding. There we go. Okay. Now it's looking pretty good. I gotta be kind of backwards still. And it's actually went first. First. Okay. And now it's Lia's turn. Okay. There's Laya. And now we're pretty good. There's no Mews on the full wageful suit. Ooh. Yeah, just gonna. Yeah, that's why I was thinking a second suit. Because Laya's just not gonna be enough. So yeah, I had a little hesitation. And the Sean's safe. The guys are safe. The girls are in danger, so hopefully at least Mew gets it off. Don't want on. Mew gets Hillshires off, so everyone's safe. Hey. Hey, so we're good. That's... that was why. Why? Okay. Hey, yeah, back to the two Gyrus. Mew lift. Okay. Hey, this could be a potential full shave. Shave. Hey, just gonna have Sean swing. Yeah, that Mew Gyrus is definitely safest. Dark Force has been using the suit quite a bit. Okay. Still looking good though. That was a long end suit. Ooh. Guess it maybe 2, 3 more rounds. Could be this round. Match gotta be getting close. Okay, now Sean's full show good. Good, and yeah, everyone's gonna be safe. Safe. Well, Phantasy Star 3 is officially done. Every ending. Well, that will officially be all of that stuff. But I do feel like Phantasy Star 3 had some wasted potential, but still pretty decent. And all of that. Okay. Hey. You know, it took a hot shake to get it all 4 of these things done, and now we can finally move on to something else. Else for Friday night for get something else for Flashback Friday. The end. And we'll have something new next week. And that is it.